Hey everybody, it is Mike. Today is Saturday, so that means it is time for the Saturday Slashback Challenge. Today I am going to review the 2016 release of Red Christmas because the theme for this week was Christmas in July, which is perfect because I've been watching Hallmark and QVC nonstop. So, Red Christmas, like I said, was released in 2016. It was written and directed by Craig Anderson. It runs an hour and 22 minutes, and it is set in Australia. So, what we have as far as characters is a family. Dee Wallace is the lead character. Diane, she is the mother. Then we have Jeff Morelli, David Collins, Janice McGavin, Sarah Bishop, Bjorn Stewart, Scott Campbell, and I think that Delia Morrell was the last of the actual family. There are a few other characters here and there. Gerald O'Dwyer was another character. I believe he was the child with Down syndrome. So Dee's family has not been together for quite a while, and she brings them all together at Christmas to try to put the family back together. However, during their gathering, just as things are starting to go okay, this person that is draped in a cloak with a hood and his hands are covered with some type of white gauzy gloves shows up at their party. And he doesn't really talk, but he does give Dee a package that contains basically a card talking about past sins, basically hinting at abortion. And it turns out that Dee Wallace has a secret. 20 years earlier, she had actually gone to have an abortion, but something happened at the clinic while it was going on, and somehow the fetus lived. And is now coming back to create havoc with the family. As far as the plot goes, it's really kind of an interesting twist on things. Like I said, the family's been estranged, and Dee brings them all back together. And then the family chases this guy away, but of course he's having none of it. He returns and terrorizes the family, and pretty much picks them off one by one. So overall, as far as the plot goes, it's pretty interesting. It's a good movie overall. I had no problems getting bored with any part of this movie. As far as the deaths, some of them are very creative and actually pretty violent and gross, and actually it's kind of sad, along the lines of You're Next, except that this killer isn't like out for money. He's just kind of out for revenge. But yeah, it's the characters are all relatively interesting, kind of snippy at one another throughout points, but I'll tell you what, when it all starts going crazy, they pull together, which was kind of nice. As far as the kills go, there were plenty of them and plenty of blood in them. And overall, the Christmassy mood in the movie wasn't festive, needless to say. There was, being in Australia, it was kind of a desolate, well, not necessarily desolate. It looked like it would be kind of set in an outback area or whatever. The house was beautiful, but there really wasn't anything around it. So, yeah, it's an interesting movie. I'm glad that I own it. I am glad that I watched it, and I will probably watch it again around Christmas. I can watch horror like Silent Night, Deadly Night, or not Silent. I'm sorry, Black Christmas. Either one of them, I watch them off and on during different times of the year. It doesn't have to be Christmas, but this one we'll see. But so I hope this entry into the Horror Man's